Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey. Been a bit.
Can you hear me, Short?
Yes.
Sorry, one second. I think my speakers are routed in a weird way.
Mm-hmm. But I can hear you.
Let me fix that real quick.
Let's see.
Alright. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I guess not.
I can. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm trying to figure out why it's not recognizing my headsets.
I do need to sing clear for me cooking.
So then, as soon as I'm done with this, that's really the only time I can do it.
Oh, what time
Okay,
is
yeah,
it?
I can see that you're. I see that. I just noticed the
5:30?
message.
What?
You just sent me.
5:30?
Wait, do I have it turned down?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be embarrassing if that's the case. Let's see. Can you say anything?
Hi.
Oh, I like barely hear you.
Really? How about now?
Now I hear you perfectly. I'm using my friend's old beat up headset, so the speakers don't always work the way they should, but I think I can hear you now.
Okay. Fine by me.
Sorry, say that again.
Fine by me.
Okay. I might just have to connect different speakers because the speakers on these headsets keep going out.
Alright, so you do that.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, do you mind saying something real quick?
Potato.
Awesome. Great. I'll just use my actual speakers instead.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
And you can still hear me just fine?
Yes. Nothing about
good.
your voice has changed, don't worry.
Excellent. I was a little concerned when I did what I just did. It might be like, oh, so you want to use your regular speakers as your mic too. Alright, let's go.
What is this? I hear webcam be doing dumb things. Okay. Alright, so that's working.
Are we gonna be streaming this?
Yeah, I'm already streaming.
Oh, excellent. Hey, everyone.
I mean, there's no one here. Like, I literally just started.
Okay, no problem.
Let's make it a 10-minute rule set. And after I choose this rule set and I create the room and send you the information, I'm going to ask you the same question I ask everyone else.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Information going in the chat. Oh, that's wrong. That's not.
There it is. Look, I didn't know that you could have four-letter arena IDs.
Right? Ain't that awesome?
I think it'll make it harder to guess at that point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm opening that up with you. So I screen shared with you. I have a Word doc basically that I'm going to be putting stuff into as we go along.
Okay.
And I might pause in between a match or something and add something in or whatever. But first question, always the first question. What are you here for?
I think probably the thing I'm most concerned about is just figuring out what exactly I'm doing wrong. Like, you know, I play with Blink and a few other like players that are clearly better than me and stuff, and generally the responses I get aren't like I do a lot of things right, but it's like there's something I'm missing, some kind of zhoosh, you know?
Okay, so you want to find out what it is you're doing wrong.
Yes. That's the sum of it, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can figure some of that stuff out. So one of the things that may happen is as we're playing, if I notice something stupid that you did, I can call it out right there. I'm gonna clown on you for it,
Okay, that's fine.
and that might point out to you some things that you may potentially not want to do. Like that can be a start. I mean, I can also do this as other characters, for sure. But let's see. What do we got? Bad tech.
Oh goodness.
I'll take you standing there. My favorite.
All right, that was pretty good.
Air dodge landing. Landing shield, landing shield. Just keep trying to force a combo starter over and over so you can get optimal percent. And see if you actually get it. Nice parry.
That's cool.
No. That wasn't spaced. Okay. Good. That was definitely the right option there. Yeah, space your aerials some more.
Okay.
Don't need to, what's up? Early jump. Nah, he didn't give me it.
Dang it.
All right, so let's go to this little document.
I won.
Thank you for that follow, Thief Graffiti. Appreciate that. Look, my notifications finally work. All right, so you can see what my screen is right now, right? If you look at the Discord chat.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so the wrong so far. We played one match, right? And I have some questions. I have some complaints.
Okay.
So So this was the first thing I noticed. You were like, there were really aggressive attempts to get your combo starters. I took your first stock, right? And
Yeah.
I think I was at 11%, and you must have went for falling up air like 3 times or so back to back. Kept on running off the platform and doing it, or jumping in the air and going for falling up air. And I'm just looking at this option, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna mash it and you're gonna do it over and over, you're obviously looking for your combo starter, because falling up air is an ideal combo starter. But the issues were you were trying to force it. not landing it as safe as it could be, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes people throw out aerials earlier in the air to mix up people's parry timings.
Yeah, yeah.
For this case, out too early. Not spacing the landing. At the bare minimum, if you're going to go for something like that, you should probably at least space it, because you're not going to lose anything for spacing, like landing up air and hitting it. You're still going to get an up air if it hits. You're still going to get an up tilt. You're still going to be able to jump forward air or jump nair. And if you don't hit it on and you hit shield, at least you've created some distance between you and your opponent.
Yeah, yeah.
But you didn't do that at all. You fucked up the spacing and the landing on it. I up-B'd you for it. I grabbed you for it. Up-B obviously is fast, but your up air has the potential to be safe enough to block up-B. So that tells me you weren't landing it super well. And then if I was able to grab you, that means you were landing it too close to me. And then further, you always shield it after this option. So all that did for me was guaranteed grab, or I could try and shield break. That was one of the things I noticed. That was you did. And when you were doing this, you were eating percent from me over and over. I think I ended up getting you to your second stack at 60% before you managed to touch me. Granted, we went through an entire first stock first. That can't, obviously, that cannot happen. Hey, Nietzsche. So, let's see, what else? Recognition of opportunities. So in this case, there were a couple of times where I ran straight at ledge, or straight to ledge rather, when you were recovering or you were on ledge, right? You know, running animation sucks. Gotta wait to shield, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm aware of that.
If someone's gonna run directly to ledge, basically, I gave you an opportunity or two to swing from ledge, like do a ledge drop rising aerial, because I ran all the way to ledge and then I ran away. You have to, if you think someone is going to run directly to the ledge, you have an opportunity to swing at them. Especially our character, takes a bit to shield out of dash. So if I'm committed to running, there's a certain point where I'm going to have to stop. Otherwise, I'll guarantee getting hit by an aerial or potentially trading. So you have to be able to take advantage of some of these situations or notice them. But unfortunately, you didn't. Instead, what happened was you lost your last stock this way, and when I put you in those situations at ledge, you generally had a tendency to roll. Sometimes you did jump, but most of the time when I ran directly to ledge, you rolled. Let's see. What else did I notice? Your spacing in general was off. So whenever I got hit, almost always sour. Now, granted, this isn't necessarily a bad thing because Mart does have sour to tipper conversions, or sometimes you do want sour to sour or whatever. But I almost always got hit by something sour, and if you're hitting me with anything that's sour, it's less safe.
Mm-hmm.
So the way to combat in this is try practicing grounded play. Walk in neutral to control space as fluently and precisely as possible. Because obviously if you're walking in neutral, you have access to your entire kit. That's one thing. Does that point make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
And honestly, we play characters that online is kind of a nerf, but we want a microspace. Like, we want to make sure we're getting max-based aerials often, especially if we're trying to play a game of safety and just pester people and keep them out. That's what we want to do. So you need to exhibit more control on your character and be able to get that spacing, because on top of you being in control of how you space, your opponent influences that as well because they're moving around in neutral. So if you're both running around and jumping everywhere, spacing versus that is probably going to be harder than if you're in a walking slow position. We walk fast. It's just the fact that we can act immediately out of walk. That's the important part. So that's something you're going to have to work on. Definite walking. Also, one thing I noticed is I didn't really get punished out of shield when I landed on yours. Didn't happen too much because honestly you got opened up most of the time, but you're definitely going to need to punish people for landing unsafely on shield. And what was the other thing? I had another point. Run up shield have it. A lot of us have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So that's based on game one. Nietzsche, yes, most of this applies to Lucina as well. Even though we don't have tippers, it's just kind of like, okay, I probably still want a space, right? That's the general term against, like, general thing for all characters. You want a space. Often. You only don't want a space when your conversions require you to overcommit and hit aerials that put you in positions that require you to be closer to your opponent after the hit. For us, it's like, for both of our characters, if we hit Nair, we want to hit the base of Nair because the base of Nair is easier to combo out of than the tipper of Nair because of how far it sends them relative to our position. Alright, so we'll do another game of this. So that's the first thing. And then after this, I'll be able to show them the right? All right. Okay. Damn. I was supposed to get punched. Wow, you aren't confident in those. That's greedy. There you go. Okay. Did you try and go for any tomahawk grabs there? I felt like I saw one or two, maybe.
I think I messed up an input on a couple of them. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I think I did twice, and I messed up and got punished for it.
Okay. So I actually agree with the idea of going for tomahawk grabs. The only issue is, like, particular to this matchup, is for you to go for a tomahawk grab, at least the way you're doing it, is you're doing it point blank. You're landing right in front of me, which makes it easier for me to punish you out of shield. Because to me, it's like the same as a misspaced, and like a misspaced aerial. So I go for a B out of shield. Also, thank you, Rhino. So I upbeat it out of shield a couple times. What was the other thing? I know there was something else. Well, it only happened once, but you got to avoid getting footstooled. That's for damn sure. That is the classic. Aerials lack cross-ups. When you do aerials on my shield, thank you, Rhino. No, Rhino, this is fine. This is actually fine for now. Somebody asked me to do the omnivores. So I didn't see any cross-ups in your play, which honestly, character can do them. Falling up air can be a cross-up. It's already, like, you're already going for sour up air in general, so if you're going to go for sour up air, you might as well add the cross-up. The cross-up makes it potentially harder for characters to punish you, depends on the character. Like, if you cross-up Mario when his back is turned to you and now you're in front of him, how does Mario punish you? He might be able to nair, maybe, but he sure as fuck isn't going for forward air. But if you land behind him, he might back air you out of shield, because it's significantly easier to land that. So I do want to see more cross-ups, and once you start doing them, you can mix up your cross-ups with not crossing up at all. Because once you get people into thinking you're going to cross up shield, or you keep doing it enough, they're going to start trying to, like, predict it, or try and punish the cross up, and then you don't give it to them, and then you punish them for, you know, trying to read air. Thank you, Rhino. And that bits alert is actually fine, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
What?
You got that. I don't know how to explain it, but that is something you can actively do.
I've done it before, I just didn't expect it to happen there.
Nice. Also nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, smash some more.
I thought my down tilt would reach you.
I'm gonna just let you know now. If you go for an F tilt at 0, and it's not a tipper, it's probably not in your best interest to swing again after. Marth and Lucina have a pretty weird time actually hitting people at 0, because you want to find a starter that's safe. Down tilt can be not safe. F tilt can be not safe. Jab can actually be not safe, if I recall. All of your rising aerials except for Nair are unsafe, even on hit. And then landing, Fair has a very small combo window, Bear has a decent combo window, and Nair has a good combo window. And then you can use up tilt, and then a very committal Dancing Blades if you want to like guarantee a pop-up. But you have to find which ways on landing, or in general, you can open people up the first time. One thing to note about opening people up the first time is you want to do enough percent to where your next interaction is safe. Like, if it hits. Usually down throw up air is enough to make whatever option you do next a safe option if it hits. Or at the bare minimum, a neutral reset if it hits. Whatever you do, you probably need to open with one of those openers. Whether it's down throw up air, getting Dancing Blades in neutral, getting a landing aerial, or maybe a Dolphin Slash. That's sweet spots, and then you land on a platform and reset. You need to have those. You need to open up with those, because you'll get punished like that. Like, DK beats the shit out of you for going for F tilt down tilt to 0. I literally mashed up B. I would have, even if you hit me, I would have armored the hit. And you would have died anyways.
Yeah.
So, just something to keep in mind. Pick the opening you choose to take. It's important. Nice. That was a good space downer. I couldn't do shit about that. That was an L. Good choice. Nice. All right. All right. Rising downer is definitely hard to work with. Good choice. Oh, you got outspaced. Nice.
I just wasn't expecting that.
I know. You just expect Link to always swing, you know? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I died. Ow. There you go. Oh. Tasty. No, guys, I will not coach doing an Elmo voice. That is not going to happen.
I actually have a friend who I play against online a lot who mains Link.
Yeah, so that should be a bit reasonable for you.
I'm pretty comfortable with how Link likes to throw out, likes to zone out and stuff. So I definitely wasn't ready when you ran up and grabbed me. I'm like, oh crap, he did that.
Yeah, occasionally Lynx will just run up and grab you because, you know, they have safe aerials, so it's like, surprise.
By the way.
3, 2, 1, go!
Interesting.
Well, we picked up so much. Good choice.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I was trying to make that work.
Good choice. Oh my god.
Oh, crap. Woo! Crap. I deserve that.
Smash out of that hit stun.
Oh boy.
What a time to be alive. I held in, but what a time to be alive. Okay. That wasn't so bad. I mean, granted, based on, I felt like on the first match, I got like the bulk of what I could see. Right now, I'm just seeing, I guess, how you deal with other characters.
Okay.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Let's see how you deal with one of your true problem matchups.
Why are you doing this to me, Stretch?
You wanted a coaching session.
You're right, you're right. When you said that, the first character that came to mind was Greninja, then Inkling, and I was just hoping it was Inkling instead.
Nah, I like the froggy guy.
Okay.
2, 1, go!
Let's see if you know what you're supposed to do versus this character. Okay, so for one, you're starting it off right. You're not trying to overcommit too much, which is important, but you are getting sniped out by, you know, projectile vomit.
That's the best way to hide shit. Woo, that was so scary.
BIN. Remember that part where dashing gets you screwed?
Yes.
I died.
I should have upped that.
Yes, you should have.
I forgot how light Greninja is. Oh, I hesitated a little bit.
Hesitated again.
Crap. What? That lasts so long.
Right, it's a counter. They all do the same shit. There is not a single one that is short. They're all 20 frames or above.
I didn't know that actually. Oh, that's
Man. You always swing when it's not true anyways. You try and force a fake ass conversion.
that I waited long enough.
Oh, so I can tell somebody don't like Greninja.
Yeah, I really dislike Greninja and Inkling as characters. They're like the two most frustrating matches to me. Well, actually, honestly, Ridley is up there too for me.
Alright, so short character problems, that's for sure. You definitely struggle versus those. Because these characters actually don't let us punish them out of shield so well. So you have to understand the next step in their play, or you have to make callouts on their play to usually punish them for landing. Like Greninja's -3, usually when he lands with Nair. And he can do it from super high.
Yeah.
Okay, it's safe, but you could just anti-air it if he's jumping the same fucking route over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could. Or you could try and shield it, deal with the potential cross-up which combos, the non-cross-up which combos, at literally all percents. You could try upping it out of shield, which is nice. But he doesn't outrange you. He just has a lot of burst movement, and he's small. So that character can be a problem. That's where your out of shield game has to be on point. Dash attack is never safe on us, by the way. Greninja's dash attack is never safe.
Does it cross up?
It can cross up, and the only way it's quote unquote safe is at if he goes point blank and does dash attack, it'll outspace up smash.
Okay.
It'll only hit the launcher, if I recall. If he does any other variant, if he's even like a pixel or two off, he gets up smashed.
Okay.
If he goes for that perfect cross up, he can be upbeat. Because he's at the bare minimum like -13 usually, or -12. I mean, granted, up smash is 13, but like -12 I think is the last active frame of the hitbox hitting your shield. But yeah, you're gonna have to figure out how to deal with short characters because that already seems like it's a problem. How do you feel about the rat?
I honestly like, you know, they have a lot of the things that makes me frustrated about Greninja, but honestly, even considering that, I don't mind rats as much.
As
I
Frogger.
have a lot of experience with it when played Pichu.
Okay, that's good. Honestly, I'd rather fight Pikachu than Greninja, probably. Dead? Nah.
Oh, I really thought I had it.
Dead? Nah, it was an up air. Alright, fine. Okay, good. Wait. Yes, commit to dancing blades, the laggiest move on your kit. My favorite. No, not my tail. Fuck this shit. Okay. See ya. I lied.
Oh, I thought he was gonna dash forward.
Yo, Lucifer's, thank you for the follow. Also, I died. Phoenix Fire, what's up? And Sever, what's up? Phoenix Fire, who said that? You're gonna swing. Yeah, that lingers. Can't neutral get up it. I guess if we're being serious, I'm probably like 5th. Alright. Loves marrying me, thank you for the follow. Oh, you struggling now. Come here. Ah, damn. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Yo, we know our angles, boy. Oh, shit. No. Fuck! Stupid Tom. Stupid Tom.
I love F tilt so much.
Yo, F tilt from Marth is actually a nice move.
I'm not sure how you feel, but I do feel like it's one of the moves that Marth has that's better on him than Lucina.
Oh, it is. 10,000%. Alright. So what time did we start? Okay, we have about 10 minutes. Copy. When people find out I know how to play more than one character, they get mad confused.
The Ditto is always a little stressful, but fun.
3, 2,
Sever, it's always a common misconception that I only know how to play one character. Okay. Ah, that was sad. Oh, we're dead. Alrighty, nice. Beautiful, Atcy. No, we swinging.
That was a little scary.
I'm not dead because you chose the wrong option.
I think that's. Oh my gosh. I died.
Nice. Scarm is so true. Everything about that character is easy.
Oh, that was cool.
He said it. Predictable.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I deserve that. I
Yep.
really deserve that.
Always the down airs. I died. Oh, close enough. Ow.
Boy.
Nah. Yo, keep that roll. Boy.
So, you know, there was something in that game that reminded me of something I have an issue with. And I'm not sure if you've ever, like, had this kind of issue, but sometimes when I try to up B, I misinput a roll. And I don't know how I'm even doing that.
It's probably because of your input on the control stick. Are you angling the control stick?
I'm not entirely sure, but it may be so.
So
I might be angling it up, like, up towards my opponent and into a corner.
chances are it's forward angled dolphin slash because you're trying to do it out of shield, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
back angle, whatever. And basically, there's like whatever controller you're using, there's a point that if you pass, it won't register dolphin slash. Basically,
Oh.
like on a GameCube controller, you know how there's like 8 points, right? It's
Yeah,
octagonal. If you go for an up B and you're past either of the diagonal points, up B won't come out.
It'll be treated like a roll.
It'll be treated like a roll.
Okay.
Because you can't side B out of shield.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So instead, you'll just get roll. And
Think about how like not side being out of the shield is the reason, like a part of the reason why you roll instead. That makes
right.
a lot of sense.
So ideally, all you have to do if you want to deal with this problem is if you're gonna up B out of shield, make sure if you have to turn it around, input it in the direction that you want. Like let's say I want to do it to the left right now, right? My actual input would be straight up. Like I would input up B straight up, and then I would rotate the control stick to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of it, instead of me going for the angle and potentially getting dancing blades, I'll just turn it around. Basically, do a quarter circle input, and it'll save you from the issue of getting dancing blades.
Okay.
And as for out of shield, same thing. Obviously, you can just do it out of shield. Like you can just go for it raw with the diagonal, but you might get dancing blades sometimes. The only issue is if you do the quarter circle rotation, you might give up some of your horizontal distance that you could get from doing the raw up B input.
That makes sense.
So it's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Tech in place. No tech and tech are the same thing there. Okay.
That was pretty cool. Oh crap! Oh, whatever. We'll take those.
Nice. Just run into it. We know you want to. Nice neutral get up. Damn, I lied, but you didn't react. Roll behind up tilt is a Wi-Fi.
I thought I was gonna land on this stage, honestly.
Yep.
Crap. Ah!
Good choice. Okay. Yo, disadvantage though? Nice. See why roll behind up tilt doesn't work?
Yeah, I see it.
It's so fucking obvious. Ooh. Nah, stop trying to mash dancing blades.
Alright, oh my god! You didn't do that!
Alright, we got one more.
Okay.
One more.
I like felt it in my soul, like a moment, like just in time to get out of the way of that.
It would have been smarter to go for footstool, but I really want to try that. It was more funny than anything.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
Yo, Ice, what's up?
I shouldn't have done that to your fox over here. Actually, I keep thinking about that. I'm like, I was way too greedy when I did that.
It might be.
3, 2,
All right.
1, go!
All right, Masher. Yes, Nair spot dodge up tilt for the second time in a row.
Goodness.
Oh. Good choice.
Thank you. Man, you died really early that time too.
Nice. That tumbled so early. Bye.
I really didn't think I'd miss that.
I did a space down air on shield.
Fair.
And you had a shield drop before you did that.
Woo! I should have been a little more defensive there.
That is a stack. Okay.
I think I died at 40, 30 or something like that.
That
was
whole
crazy.
interact, you missed two. You basically made 2 mistakes and died at 20.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about Marth.
That's exactly. That sounds exactly like Marth to me.
All right. So I do have the Word doc. I'm gonna show it to you one more time. We'll just graze over it, and then I'm gonna email it to you, ask you any last questions, and then we're done.
Oh, awesome.
I know we didn't have much that went on explicitly on this document after the first game, but because the first game showed me just about everything that I wanted to note. So the wrongs were the aggressive combo starters. These are some of the points to just to maybe combat in it. And I showed you some stuff you did after. Recognition of opportunities to aggressively get it from ledge. You didn't take those, so it's just something to keep in mind. If I run to ledge, maybe you want to punish me for it. Sometimes, not all the time. You might get punished for it if they preemptively shield when they're running up because they're trying to bait you. You always chose defensive options. Sometimes you can be a little greedy from ledge. Sometimes your spacing was off, at least to start. But when we played the Ditto, when we played Marth versus Marth, it felt like your spacing got better, specifically.
I feel like also I kind of I warmed up into the game by then too.
Fair. And then grounded play in general, I felt like was something you should work on.
Okay.
Just because when I played you as my other characters, you had a dependency on your jump until obviously later percents when you could go for down tilt setups, and then I exploded, which is not a bad thing. Recognition of those options is good, but more walking in your play, so maybe you have a little bit of a less dependency on shield. You started to up yet a shield, which was nice. You actually started using it. Don't let people land on your shit for free. Punish them. Your aerial game lacks cross-ups. When you land on shield, you always land in front, which means you don't have an added layer of mix to your landing. You should be crossing people up, sometimes. If you're going to land on someone with a down air, you can still land on them with down air, get the spike, and still do run up smash for tipper, or walk up smash for tipper. It can still work. You can still get tipper forward smash. Honestly, you might create the opportunity to get tipper forward smash by doing this down air because sometimes they're too close to the top of the blade. But if you spaced away, you might catch them at one of the diagonal angles.
That weird janky diagonal angle behind his head.
You might be able to catch that, or you might be able to catch it in front. Either way.
I've said that's the cheesiest part of Marth's kit is frame 10 of F smash.
Oh yeah, it's great though. If you can hit that and if you can create scenarios where you can actually hit that, power to you. And down air is the tool to set up for it, or sour up air, or tipper up air. You had a run up shield habit. Please stop this. Use walking more in neutral so you can at least walk away if you want to, dash away, dash in, grab after a dash in, or walk up grab, or walk up swing, and then you can also consider shielding. But if you run in, or you're running, there are 2 ways to stop.
With the
Shield or swing.
Yeah.
And then shield, obviously, you can roll straight out of, but it's either a defensive option or a force swing after you get out of the skid animation. At least if you're walking, you don't have to wait for that animation. Those frames might be the difference between you literally losing a set.
Okay.
And you didn't like short characters. That was clear.
Yeah, I think there are certain short characters I don't mind. I'm not saying I'm great at the matchup. I think Pikachu and Pichu are some of them, but most short characters I feel are very frustrating the space on.
Well, to be honest, it's one of the qualities of the short characters. Most of them are very fast, which is just problematic when, honestly, you're playing online. Online makes it harder, to be honest. But a lot of these characters are short, They do a lot of damage, and they're fast.
Is there like a slow short character? I can't really think
No.
of one offhand.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I kinda
Pikachu. Pikachu is short, and he's kind of fast. Greninja. Pichu. Inkling.
Yeah.
Like, you just go through the list, and you're like, they're all fast.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes it even more frustrating to space on them.
And not to
Oh,
mention, a lot of characters also just have low-profile landing animations that make us miss out of shield a lot. So it's something to account for where you might have to turn around and grab, or you might have to be willing to go for more up Bs out of shield. It requires you to know more about their character
In the matchup.
in the matchup. You have to have character knowledge because you'll get melted. Like versus Pikachu. You can't down tilt is technically unsafe enough to where you can punish him with an up B. It's -8. But Pikachu pulls back so fast that he pulls his entire hurt box back, and you can't punish him with up B. You literally cannot, unless maybe you parry it.
Okay.
Then his back air can occasionally, the landing animation for back air has a couple of frames where he can low profile up B point blank. Point blank.
How's it pancake?
Which is wrong, but
Morally wrong. That's
but
morally
it is physically in the game, therefore you must deal.
Right, I agree.
Then Greninja, obviously he lands with Nair, and then he like scrunches up for a second. You can punish him out of shield, but he's also very safe, and he's very slippery. Then Inkling, it's like Inkling spends their entire time as a puddle in the ground when you play them. You know, like, it's just stuff that you're going to have to account for. Those characters force you to know the next step that they like to go for in neutral after they land and they low profile or whatever. Or it might just require you to wait. Depends.
Yeah.
But, so from here, any last questions?
No, nothing I can think of. There was when I was going into this lesson, I one of the things that I realized that I do have a pretty bad jumping habit, and it was better exemplified here in this lesson actually.
Mhm.
Like, it's like I knew I kind of jumped a lot, but it's like, yeah, it's a pretty bad habit.
You know, it's a Marcina habit, like really bad. And honestly, I still have it too.
It's a habit?
It's a Marcina habit. We all have it. Like there are some matchups where we get absolutely destroyed for it, and those are the matchups that teach you that sometimes you're gonna have to play grounded. And what people fail to realize, honestly, when they play this character, is that the character's grounded kit is actually really strong.
Yeah.
Our up tilt is literally the meme is called the Fundy circle. That shit hits in front, right?
I've actually never heard that before, and that's hilarious.
The Fundy circle, right? Hits in front combos, hits above combos, or sets up for air dodge state or force double jump. Hits behind combos. Fundy circle.
I made my friend so irate because of the back hit of up tilt.
It's
He's
so
like, "That's
it's
stupid.
good.
I get hurt for it," and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
It's a good button.
It really is.
But yeah, so basically it's the Fundy circle, then F tilt, right? F tilt for both characters hits above platforms on most stages. Then on stages like Lilat and Battlefield, Marth's F tilt is so scary on platforms because it auto tippers. I think it does on Battlefield, right?
Yeah, for sure. For
Right.
sure. I don't think you can sour spot it if it's gonna land on
Right.
a platform.
So like imagine putting someone on the platform, or they're just on the platform and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna run off, and you're underneath the platform and you throw an F tilt. It covers in front of you the entire length of the platform and hits on the platform. They're on the platform and their toe gets clipped at 100.
And they just die.
A lot of the characters die. Okay,
I
fine.
love F tilt. I love F tilt so much.
Right.
It's caused me to have an F tilt habit in the past, but sometimes I would get away with it, and I'm like, I shouldn't have gotten that.
And then down tilt for you and for my character, it's useful, you know? It's a good poke tool in neutral, right? And then later it has tech chase setups where you can absolutely obliterate someone. You killed my Fox at like 50 or 60 with an F smash, I think. Or one of my characters. I was like, yeah, it's not a tech situation. It is a tech situation because of rage. I literally fucking exploded at like yellow numbers. And I'm like, this is the good part. You know?
Yeah.
So the grounded kit that our characters have is actually really solid, but people don't give it enough credit. And we all like to be in the air and jumping and landing with aerials because they're safe. Yeah, but a spaced fucking F tilt? What are you doing about that?
It's crazy.
What are you doing about space down tilt?
Yeah, that's true.
How you landed against the Fundy circle. There are mad times where people air dodge the Fundy circle and get hit by the Fundy circle.
That's that's so stupid. That's one of the reasons why I play Marcina. Actually, I do have one question before I let you send me away. I was going to ask, besides counter, and I guess including counter if you want to, what do you think is Marcina's worst move?
Worst move. Well, it might be different for Marth and Lucina, to be honest. Because like let's say we use dancing blades. Yours obliterates people,
Yeah, that's true.
right? Mine doesn't. But they both have an opportunity to mega whiff. But
Yeah.
yours is more valuable because they could be at 50 and disappear.
Yeah, just die for it. Whereas you get a sidestep read maybe,
Right.
and you're off stage.
Which isn't bad, but like I'd rather just kill you flat out.
Right.
The worst move? Oh man.
I've been told I'm biased before, but I've always feel like dash attack, at least for Martha's.
It's a toss up between for Lucina, it's got to be between dash attack, jab, and dancing blades.
Okay.
And honestly, I would take dancing blades out of there, and I'd put it between dash attack and jab.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And then Marth is like probably still dash attack. Imagine hitting sour dash attack, and they're at like 60, and they still don't tumble, and then they just F smash you.
Yeah.
My favorite. My
I feel like-
favorite.
I feel like pivot cancel F tilt just basically makes dash attack not matter in Marcina.
In like there are very niche scenarios where dash attack works over pivot cancel F tilt, because pivot cancel F tilt requires you to have a certain amount of space because you have to get past the initial dash animation. So if you have a scenario where F tilt would hit in the same space as dash attack, but you don't have enough space
Or time.
to tilt F tilt, dash attack will work because it's still anti-airs, and the sweep animation for it is great. It's just a slow ass move, and like F tilt, honestly, like in more cases is better. There are also some scenarios where dash attack will reach just a little further because you don't have to turn around and then go for F tilt and then stop your momentum, because F tilt eventually ends you, like stops you from moving forward. Dash attack, on the other hand, is it has like a one last push to it.
Yeah, I feel like the one strength dash attack has is that it requires less setup to get it to go off.
Maybe. I mean, they both anti-air. F tilt destroys on platforms a lot harder. I don't know. I rarely find use for dash attack, but I have witnessed situations where I know that I should go for dash attack over F tilt, and like it's so niche.
Yeah.
It's you gotta feel that out. You gotta know.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I appreciate all your time, Stretch.
All right, so just wait, let me stop screen sharing real quick. That wouldn't be good because then I'd be doxing you. I need your email in a message so I can send you the doc, and then basically you get to, if you want to refer back to the video, you can.
Okay.
And
awesome.
you just look at the notes with the video.
Okay. I will go back over them later tonight and consider your input.
Okay, and let me know what you think. And if you want to do another one at some point, you let me know.
I definitely believe I will, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Let me send you this doc, and I will see you later. All right.
Catch you around, Stretch.
All right,
you
catch
guys.
you around. Okay, so let's send out this message. All right, guys. So I have like 5 minutes before. Oh, I'm bugging. I'm sorry. All right, guys, don't do that. I forgot I was on display capture. Okay, I made a mistake. Oops. Anyways, so let me send this email out. But yeah, coaching fun. I honestly enjoy doing stuff like that. Let's see. Let's attach this. Okay, that's sent. Okay, by the way, Carbon, to answer your question, Atcy is iced. Yes, that sounds about Marth was absolutely true. And Nietzsche, I appreciate that. Now, you've also gotten to see how, like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen before, but this is like a more up-to-date version of how I do my coaching. So for the meantime, I'm actually going to find someone to raid because I have to go and do adulty things. And I'll actually be back later with another stream, probably a little longer, probably like 2 or 3 hours, but. So we're going to find someone. How about malicious_fave? Why don't we do that? /raid malicious_fave. All right, guys, go say hi. Just so, by the way, if you enjoy anything, subscribe, donate, whatever you feel like doing is appreciated. But for now, just go say hi to Malicious. All right? See you later.